So this is what we're up to today. We've got Alex, Sarah, and Timothy are hauling manure on some hay ground that we're gonna plow under. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start wheat. Wheat, it ain't quite to the stage I want to see it yet. And yeah, let me come back there. I gotta grab my moisture tester. Well, we're ready to go. I've got my moisture tester, which I forgot to grab it, and we're just gonna jog down the road here. We haven't got to go far, so I'm just going to leave the head on. I can actually turn this unit around and we'll go down this bunk driveway here, and then the field is just another couple hundred yards past that. So we'll get this in the field, get this shined up, and we'll see what kind of moisture we get. I'm not sure if it's going to harvest all that well, but we're going to give it a try. We're able to do some wheat that's right around home here, so Andrew, he's monkeying around with this crawler here, and Andrew, Jared, and Nate were setting up some manure equipment. We've got a oh, it's like a Y type valve, and they're going to be able to use one pump to go in either direction. So if a truck is backing in while, we'll go over and show you this. If a truck is backing in while there's one loading, the other truck can just back in underneath the other load pipe and start loading after the other guy loads. It's just to kind of speed things up a little bit by utilizing one pump, because most of the time when it takes a while for a guy to get back in. So they're gonna back in either spot. This is a dry hill. Y valve type thing. It's got a remote that goes to it, and the manure will come in one end of it, and it will be able to go out in two other directions. So that's how that's gonna work. Tri-port valve. So they're getting stuff set up here. Well, we'll just get pulled out on the road here. We haven't got to go too far, like I was saying. Just very carefully carry ourselves down through here. It's not like we've got a huge head on this thing or anything like that, but the field is just around the corner here. What's everybody think of our new road here that we have? They put the base down a week ago today, and then this past Monday they put the top coat down. We've got our custom spray guy. He's drop tubing right now, and you can see him in this field right across from where we're gonna go in to. He's right there. So he's putting nitrogen down through those drop tubes. It's like I've got no cars behind me. So our field that we're going into is right there. I could just jog right across this lawn here. I don't think our neighbor would mind. So we'll get there. The spray rig, I don't know which way he wants to go. His nurse trailer was up at the lagoon. So we'll just pull over in the lawn right here. Probably could have put it up into road gear, but we didn't. So we'll get set up here. Alright, here we go. This corn to our left was the last corn that got planted. Jared planted that here on the 18th of June. So we'll go ahead and start this up. See if any raccoons want to jump out now. And let's get her going here. Green stuff on the outside of the field here, so we probably shouldn't be cutting the outside, but we're cutting her anyway. I've done enough, so I might as well start closing down the cylinder. I'm going to leave that open a little bit while the first little bit of stuff went through. Got to increase our fan speed here yet. Ready? See what things look like without getting out of the combine. We do have, you can see some green in the straw there, but we're catching that on the outside of the field. The outside, like 8 feet, let's say. So I've got to figure out some things in my display here. For whatever reason, it's not recording here. Let's see if this works. There we go. Now it's recording. Map and coverage. This combine is a 2004 unit, so the Green Star stuff on it is like very, very new to this machine. So it's lacking a little bit as far as whether or not it wants to talk or has the ability to talk to the 2630 display. So I am getting 13.4 moisture, 14 and a half moisture on the moisture sampler that's on the combine. That's not that accurate. Neither is the handheld unit that I have sitting beside me here. I got just a little cheapy unit. It's not a cheapy unit, but it's a typical handheld unit that most guys carry with them. this. Half of this swath here, 2/3 of this swath is a different color wheat. It probably has to do with maybe it getting stunted a little bit from when the corn got sprayed. And being that that used to be a hayfield to our left, there might be some nitrogen that has come across, that has migrated across from the sod. But I would probably have to say that there was a little bit of spray drift there. Straw is wet coming out of the back, I can tell you that. Okay, so this is the first grain tank load. And last year at this time when we unloaded, it was our first time with the new auger system that we had on this combine. We had new auger flighting in the unload auger, new augers in the bin, new sump, new vertical auger. All that stuff was brand new. So we've got a little bit of straw in the sample. We've got to adjust things up a little bit. However, we're getting there. It's a little cleaner coming out there than what it looks like in the window. But we have the Peterbilt on the Aulick trailer. We have not used this Aulick trailer at all yet this year. The moisture is averaging right around 14.5. It's probably closer to 16. But it is what it is. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. Actually, it's almost 4:30 in the afternoon here. And we just got to get going. We'll put 4 small dumps on this trailer, 2.5 on that truck up there. And then we'll get another truck down here. This is only like 23 or 4 acres or something like that. So we'll keep on keeping on. We got a little straw in there. Not much. There's a little. Alright, we'll keep plugging away. We've went one time around, did 5 rows on this headland. I'm going to go up around that side hill part and get that jag over there done, and then we'll get the end done off of that, the headland done off the east end, and then we'll be in good shape here. Okay, so just got some boring combine in here. We're just going to keep at it. Last year, we weren't cutting all that well. We ended up replacing all of the guards, and we put new knife bar in it. And I think if you recall, we also had a bent, the flex bar. Well, it would actually be the knife bar. That bent on us. We took it out, straightened it, and put it back in. None of the dealerships around in the area had one, so we ordered one. It was not that expensive, $300-400. All it is like a 3¼ inch piece of 1/4 inch steel, but it is spring steel. And we have that in the barn up on the back road. Over on that side, I bent it, and it had quite a hook in it. We took the whole thing out. but you have to unbolt all the guards. We took that out and put it on a block of wood, whacked it with a hammer quickly, and it straightened itself, and it stayed straight all year. It's at about the third or fourth guard on that left-hand side is where it bent. I think I broke the knife bar too. Yeah, I think I broke the actual knife bar itself because it was flexing all the while. So we'll keep plugging away here. We have drawn some fill out of here. This used to be a pasture here at the foot of the hill. The field only went to there, but we're up into the pasture section here now. So I'd better keep both hands on it here. Well, we're getting this little side hill section cut out of this field. Got about a half a tank on, quarter of a tank. And that sample has cleaned itself up quite a bit. Made some adjustments. And that's looking a lot better. Moisture's hanging right in around 15.5%. This is a bearded wheat here. I don't remember offhand what variety this is. I should perhaps look it up. I wanted to say the Pioneer varieties that we had put in here were the bearded variety. My notes. Wheat planted for 2024. There's the phone. Alright, we had a phone call there. It interrupted us, but I've got my planting varieties here. Planting log for last year for field number 23. Planted on October 25th. So this was some of the last wheat that we planted. These are all our other varieties here, and it was a bin run variety, so it was something that we harvested last year, and we held the seed and planted it. So there is some bearded wheat in here, and it must have been harvested from a bearded variety. I don't like to plant the bearded varieties because them hairs that are on there, they get wedged into everything. But the straw is pretty good. The yield ain't the greatest. Sample's cleaned itself up some. And we'll just keep plugging away here. We've got a fair amount of this field done, and everything has been working perfectly so far. And we're just going to keep on keeping on here. So we've got the drone up in the air, as you can see. We've got the tractor trailer loaded already.